Hello, everybody. It's good to see you. Good to have you. Welcome back. It is the Dork Side of the Ring podcast, episode 20 or 76, not 26, episode 76. I am your purveyor of all things dorky within the scope of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I am Grumm. It is good to see you. Good to have you. Good to be in freezing cars. Hi. If you're watching this on YouTube, the first episode to drop live onto YouTube the day it released on the main feed. Hello, good to see you. Like and subscribe. Appreciate that. If you're listening to this on the main feed, love you still. Appreciate it. 5-star. Leave a 5-star review if you have not already. And a review. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I appreciate it. Hello. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, I got nothing for you. No, I'm kidding. Well, I had a lot for you. But that's why we did 75 and a half and explain what was going on. So if you haven't listened to 75.5 yet, listen to that. It explains what I've been up to and what the future holds for the Dork Side. I apologize if you're on YouTube and you can look up my nose. I might have a booger. It is 10 degrees in freedom units, and I don't know conversion to Celsius or Kelvin for that matter, but it's it's cold. It's fucking cold. It's good to see you though. This week's episode was supposed to drop on I guess the day after Christmas, and was supposed to be myself, Mopgarden, and Sirenn, which it still is. It still is those three, talking about the Miracle on 34th Street fight match, the very first one between John Cena and Alberto Del Rio on Monday Night Raw. We watch it. It's great. We also discovered that Mop has never heard Dominick The Donkey. We also discovered that Sirenn is, if they ever reboot the Santa Claus and find a new Santa Claus, Sirenn is willing to kill Santa. Wild stuff. So fun episode today, whenever you're listening to this. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me, waiting for me patiently, being patient with me, coming in and being about, what is that, 5-6 weeks? I guess almost 7 weeks, but late. I basically took off for the whole month of January from stuff. I was moving and whatnot. I talked about that, and yeah, I don't know what else I got for you. I guess we could talk about wrestling. The Royal Rumble was last week. As I'm recording this a week since the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes, the obvious choice. I like it. That's right. I like it. I like the Cody Rhodes call to win the Royal Rumble. I like Cody Rhodes being the person to take down and conquer, Roman Reigns and take the title off of him at WrestleMania. I like. I think that was one of my favorite Rumbles of all time. 2005 is a fun one. 2008 is a fun one. 1992 is right there. It is up there. But this one was a lot of fun. Gunther and Sheamus starting it off. A nice, let's see what. Logan Paul and Booker T were the only two, unadvertised entrants. It was a 29-man Rumble, because Rey Mysterio didn't make it in. So technically Rey Mysterio still has a qualm, so to speak. But I love that Dominic Mysterio came out with the mask and was like, oh, hey. I like that. Dom Mysterio, talk about somebody who I got to do a long form take on him, just because it's so interesting and smart, very smart, in that they lean to the strength of Dominic Mysterio, which is no one takes him seriously as a wrestler, right? That was the whole thing when he was a babyface with his dad. No one took Dom seriously. They looked at him as, you're just here because you're Dominic Mysterio. If you were Dominic Johnson or Dominic Angelino, no one would care who you are, But because you're Mysterio, people care. And they kind of twisted that now, and the Judgment Day treat him he's, in the same. It's very funny because obviously around the same time that Dominic joins Judgment Day, Sami Zayn is trying to, curry favor with the bloodline, right? And it's very interesting how both of those angles going on at the same time, I think is interesting because I think with Sammy, it was like the two sides of the same coin, right? You had the serious take of it, which is Sammy giving, is having to earn his spot, you know, and the bloodline taking him seriously, right? Eventually, and just being like, no, he's not just some guy. He's one of us. You know, he belongs next to us. He deserves to stand where he's standing. And then Dom is kind of the opposite, but also similar in that, all right, no. Like, it was more about sticking it to Rey Mysterio and just being colossal dickheads, but also like the idea that they back him on everything, right? So they didn't, they embraced, like, whereas the bloodline did not embrace Sammy full force, it was, they didn't take him seriously, right? We don't take Dom seriously, but the Judgment Day do. And I think that's interesting because it shows that you can, that, like, everybody knows that the Judgment Day don't necessarily take Dom seriously. I mean, fuck, last night on SmackDown, as I'm recording this, to promote the NASCAR thing at the LA Coliseum or whatever, they had Dom and Ray race each other, and Finn Balor, his fit is atrocious. It's hilariously atrocious, but it doesn't make sense, right? And Dom's sitting there, he's like, "Oh, like, let's race, like, just like I beat you in go karts." What? It's silly. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. Don't take things seriously, right? If you don't take Dom seriously as a fan, don't take him seriously. That's the whole point of what Dom is doing. You're not supposed to take him seriously. But they're so smart because in the Rumble, he lasts a long time. And that is something he can talk about, how he's the longest, like, he lasted the longest in the Judgment Day, like, and they're proud of him, and he could talk about how he was, in prison. You're not supposed to take him seriously. Not every wrestler has to be taken seriously, right? Orange Cassidy is an incredible, like, advanced version of this, right? You're not supposed to take Orange Cassidy seriously because Orange Cassidy does not take anything seriously until it matters. And when it does matter, he does take it seriously, and that's when you take him serious. But you take him seriously because of that. Dominic Mysterio is like a much simplified, digestible idea, which is, hey, he's not actually like Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley. Like, it's very clear he is the least intimidating member of the group, but he's got the loudest bark. And God, you hate the guy with the loudest bark. But when he got 3 big ass pit bulls next to him, you kind of go, all right, okay. I love what they're doing with Dom. I love the Rumble. The women's Rumble. Good Lord. The final sequence with all 3 women, Asuka, Liv Morgan, and Rhea Ripley, all just on the, not knowing if anything goes absolutely wrong there, like, you gotta be able to be like, all right, cool, we're good to go with somebody here, like, the confidence in them doing it the right way, but also the confidence that if something goes wrong, because something can go wrong, that any of those 3 could win the Rumble and WWE were fine with it. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Love the sequence. Love the women's match. Loved Bianca and Bliss. I love that match. The Mountain Dew pitch black match was an attraction. It's definitely an attraction. I think that's where Bray Wyatt needs to stay, is just kind of an attraction. Although eventually people are going to be like, well, why isn't he wrestling for the world title? Why? Because, dog, no one wants to see him wrestle for the world title. Let him do his spooky shit in a vacuum on the show. Let it be a way for Bray Wyatt should just be like a gatekeeper, right? That if you can work with Bray Wyatt and make it work, LA Knight, you're going to be looking, you come out of that much better. LA Knight looks so much better for being in this match, being in that match, being in the program than he did prior, because you're like, damn, man, he's selling me on this shit. It's great. It's good stuff. And then what was the other matches? Men's title. I completely forgot what the other match was. Oh yeah, no, I was the same as we were talking about the same thing. art. Cinema. Give him an Oscar, an Emmy, a Tony, and a Grammy too. Give him the EGOT. Give them all. Give Jay the EGOT. Give Sammy an EGOT. Give Roman an EGOT. God, give Solo. Solo can get some of it. I mean, he didn't say much, so we can't necessarily give him a Grammy. I give him a Grammy. I mean, for sound assistant. Heyman, incredible. Kevin Owens did his role perfectly. Although, Kevin, please, you do not need to die for pro wrestling. I know you want to. I know you will. But you don't need. God, the spot where Roman slams his head fucking back onto the step part of the steps. Oh God, it hurt. But yeah, that's why I'm doing long form stuff. But anyways, thank you guys. Episode 76, myself, Mopgarden, Sirenn. We're having a good time talking about the Miracle on 34th Street fight from 2012 between John Cena and Alberto Del Rio here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. This is the cold open.
Read it.
We gotta read.
Oh no!
That was such good. I think I accidentally I went to mute because I couldn't remember. I pushed the mute button. My cough button wasn't working, and then I was like, all right, let me just do that. I might accidentally hit the button. So yeah. Fun fact: we've been talking for the last 10 minutes easily, and I did not. I hit record, but it didn't record. Or it ended recording, and yeah, I'm looking at the file. It ended, but it ended. It's like 20 seconds, so that's great. It would have been great if it was like a little bit earlier, and we could just redo the intros and everything. But we're here on the Dork Side of the Ring again. I think this is like the third time it's happened to me in 2 years, so that's not bad. It's not terrible. But we're here. We've got a fantastic holiday spirited duo. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, from the Dork side to yours. This is coming out the week before Christmas, but I was about to say Thanksgiving, but we've got a double dose since the 26th is a Monday. I figure let's do 2 Christmas episodes. We've got Mopgarden in the house. Hello, Mop.
Hello.
Yes, welcome back for the third time. The lost episode is a 20-second clip. It's good enough for a TikTok. And on the other side of the digital table, we've got Lynn herself, Sirenn to others. Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
It is good to have you. I think I like that. I like those intros better. I do like having the redo to be like, all right, we can step it up a bit on my part. We've got Sniffles. We've got Breakfast because Mop is a native Australian. Maybe not native, but definitely living in Australia.
You're definitely not native.
Definitely not. And we got wrestling today, so that's gonna be a fun day, a fun episode. We'll no one got to hear your incredible, fantastic introduction, Mop. So, if you would be, we've got new viewers, or listeners, and viewers, but new listeners, old listeners, people who have not been graced to hear your voice and who you are. Mop, who are you? Where can people find you? What you do? Those are the 3 questions.
This is good because I've learned from the last time. My name's Mopgarden. I stream on Twitch and upload to Facebook as well and all the other social things. I'm a community-focused streamer, and I love hanging out with my buddies.
Damn, that was
my Twitch chat buddies.
That's a great descriptor of your content and who you are.
It was better, right?
Wow, that's really good. I like that. Yeah, community-focused streamer. Yeah, that's exactly who Mop is. And because it didn't get recorded the last time, I do need to say it. I love everybody in the Mopgarden community except Dark. Dark-hearted kill. Dark flew over Philadelphia and did not wave to me. I saw Dark on the plane, ignored me, hurt my heart. I said, "Can't believe this. I thought we were friends." Devastated. How will I financially recover? I don't know. Sirenn, on the other hand, hello, welcome. It is good to have you back. And much like Mop, we have old viewers who remember you. We got new listeners who haven't heard you. tell them a little bit about who you are, where they can find you, and what do you do.
Hello, I am Linda Witt, aka Siren on the old Twitch days. Um, but I nowadays am just primarily kind of a shit poster on Twitter. That's what I'm probably most known for these days. So I'm just on there at Lynn DeWitt to ya, and I'm constantly just causing havoc. It's great, super fun.
Author of such incredible uh, tweets such as Mario at the national anthem. Um, Also, just general chaos. I don't.
Oh, such chaos.
I they all try to. I try to remember ones in particular other than the Mario one, but nothing damaged me the way that reading the Mario one did, and I feel like that's a
I
work of art.
That was my first tweet to show up on Facebook, and my mom texted me about it, and she was
Oh
like,
no.
what's this about?" And I was like, "We're just I wish I had that little thing that the Men in Black have where I could just and just make her forget everything." But
That's
unfortunately,
fantastic.
she too is scarred with that tweet. We all have to live with it now.
It like I'm going to go and look at it.
Mm.
If
I
it shows up.
retweeted it earlier today
Oh
because
yeah, yeah. Did you? Okay. So
oh
yeah, just
no.
you tweeting about your mom seeing it is the first thing that came up when I just looked for just Mario. Yeah, no. I, if Twitter comes down, that has to stay. Like that's got to be the last tweet to like be deleted
Oh,
because
it's a
like
masterpiece. I want to get Chris Pratt to read it.
in his Linda Belcher voice.
Yeah, in his whatever it is.
uh, do you want to read it or can I like do a dramatic reading of it?
Do a dramatic reading, please.
Okay, all right, okay. Fucking the soul out of Mario while he bites his upper lip so hard. His mustache brushes the underside of his chin. Mamma mia, I'm so close, he says through a series of heavy breaths. Ow, 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 ow! He exclaims as he gives me an extra life in my tummy as he ejaculates into me, sizing down. Masterpiece.
That is amazing.
That's a.
Oh.
That was Yeah, no, I'm clipping that and can't wait to just put that over Chris Pratt the Mario movie. Yeah, that no. No.
Oh
That's
my
you know how
goodness.
they do like post credit scenes for the Die Hard fans? It'll be that.
Nah, this is chaos. I like how you're like, yeah, you know what? Like you're just like, oh, look at all my best shit posts. We're just gonna put them out there and terrorize people once again.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's good. It's always good. But glad to have the two of you back on. I'm glad we was recording. We're recording. That's good. I looked over, and made sure, because I was gonna pretend I would have been done the whole thing, and then it would have been like, oh no, the file got corrupted. Oh, I'm sorry to waste your life. Just at that point, I'll be like, well, we lost some of the early footage. But no, we are.
I would be heartbroken.
I'm devastated,
I start
maligned,
screaming and crying.
crying, shitting and farting, the
Shitting
whole
and farting and throwing up.
all at the same time, all at the same time. But so this is the fun part because the intros we got through, and I realized we weren't recording last time as I asked this. But Siren, we'll start with you. What is your experience with professional wrestling and sports entertainment?
Yes. So my experience with professional wrestling was disappointing my father, which is so relevant to all of my life. But I I would watch it was WWE Raw at that point. It wasn't WWF anymore. And we watched that all the time. Like it was a compromise in our relationship,
Mm.
and it got to the point where like we would go to the live shows and everything. And then once I got older, my dad grew out of it because he was like, this is just a soap opera that men are okay to watch. I was like, okay, dad. All right.
Started enjoying it too much and was like, wait a second, hold on.
Right.
Got
Like, Dad, we're enjoying this for two different reasons.
I
was
love
like,
that.
These people are incredibly attractive and physically impressive.
And they're wearing a Speedo. Hello?
A lot of skin being showed. Meanwhile, your dad, I'm really enthralled by these stories, but I'm conflicted. Like, I don't, I like, man, I know because as a wrestling fan, like, there is when people find out you're a wrestling fan, they're just like, yeah, no, it's fake. Dude, you just like, there's soap operas for dudes, man. Like, aren't you weird to like enjoy that? And I'm like, yes, I enjoy entertaining things. What? Like, okay.
I mean, soap operas are pretty dope. So,
right?
like,
Yeah.
I love my trashy TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's the entire premise of reality TV anymore.
Yeah.
Is like
Exactly.
being entertained.
Oh no, I watch real things like Forged in Fire and Forged Iron and whatever else is on AMC that isn't history related, but it's reality TV show things. Duck Dynasty, yeah, that's the kind of content I like to watch.
I mean, I watch Bachelor, so what can I say?
Look, here's the thing: if somebody like tries to shit on wrestling, that's cool. You're not watching people hit each other with steel chairs. Like I'm winning. Like I'm watching people throw each other through like wooden tables. Again, I'm winning. Like,
Absolutely.
there's nothing that tops watching human carnage, and you're like, this is incredible. But yeah, you're like, no, we're watching it for two different reasons. I'm gonna still watch it because I don't care about the actual story.
Then the plot doesn't matter.
The plot. None of this makes sense.
I get more naked.
Like why? None of this makes sense. Why are they hugging each other like this? And you're just like, I'm loving this. This is great.
I'm like,
yeah.
I do not need to ask any questions. Just let it happen.
Here's the best part. He's pinning him like that.
Sweating.
Ugh. It's just like.
Ow, 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 ow,
Ow. Ow. Put a one up in my belly. Mom, how about you? What is your experience with professional wrestling and sports entertainment?
Not a whole lot. One of my ex-boyfriends used to love UFC, so I mean, I've seen some of that. Also, like, kind of just like people hugging, kind of sometimes, which is cool.
That's true. You did watch a lot of hugging last time.
I did, yeah. But besides that, mostly just what I watched on here last time was probably the longest I've watched wrestling for. So yeah, here we go again.
Yeah.
Add to my repertoire.
Nothing as well known as the Yeti debuting and the Hulk Hogan and the Giant wrestling. I don't know if there will be a spot or two where the question of like how don't their balls fall out comes up, but generally ever since Jill said that, I've never thought about pro wrestling I'm like, how do their balls not fall out? It's just has it ruined wrestling for me? No, but it's made me ask more questions.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
good to ask questions.
Oh yeah, sometimes Sirenn will disagree. Stop!
I just want it to happen.
Yeah, it's
just let him do it.
Siren's actively working against the question. Is like, how can I make the balls fall out?
Yeah, let me get in there. Put me in the ring. Tag me in, coach.
Siren's just the brief destroyer. Like, just let me get him. Done. That's it. Just walks out.
What a name, the brief destroyer.
That could be multiple. There's multiple levels.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a double entendre.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to briefly destroy you, and also I'm going to
destroy
just
your
take
briefs.
A pair of scissors to your briefs.
Yeah, I like that.
Scissors. Good lord, that's dangerous. All right. That's uncomfortable to think about.
That's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. Like, I don't know about that. I'm good on that part of showbiz. Do not bring us a pair of scissors. Yeah, I don't know where to go from there. Again, not off the rails per se, but it's
it's going to be one of those episodes because, well, what we're talking about is holiday related, obviously, but I do have to ask, what are, before we get to talking exactly what it is, when you were we little ones, were you afraid of Santa Claus?
No.
No, I
No?
don't think so.
Didn't cry
He
when
brought good gifts.
I mean, yeah, but there's kids that do not like Santa Claus. Like, they just cry when they have to sit on his lap.
Yeah, you know what? That does happen, yeah.
I don't think my parents ever made me do that, so I don't think I have that ingrained memory.
Gotcha.
That's some good
Otherwise,
parenting.
yeah,
Like,
maybe I
you
would.
will sit on this random man's lap and you will like this. Like, well,
Gonna
that's a
whisper
bit weird,
in your
isn't it?
ear, ask you what you want.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
My
that's,
mom actively taught me to avoid that. So
yeah, right?
that's good.
We were told not to go near strange adults. And here are our parents just putting us in the lap of a strange adult. But hey, just trusting that they're not that strange. Friend, somebody like a Discord of that I'm in asked, like, if there was like an application, like how do you become a mall Santa? And like, I thought it was the question of like what happens in your life that makes you decide to be a mall Santa? And I was just like, I wonder if it's like an Arrested Development thing where you're just like constantly thinking like how cool it would be to be Santa Claus. And it would be cool to be Santa Claus, but also you're not the actual Santa Claus. So you're pretending to be somebody so that children sit on your lap. And when you say it out loud like that,
that should be punishable by law.
Yeah.
If you want
weird.
to, if you can't willingly want to be Santa Claus, you have to be selected to be. You have to like actively be like, I don't want to be Santa Claus. I'm good. No, thank you.
Like a safety net. Like, I don't like kids.
I don't like
but I
kids.
guess.
And you're like, all right, perfect. You got the job. What part of everything I just said don't you understand? I do not want to be a chair for children, please. Thank you. But
I
yeah,
love the try-hard ones that like their beard is real.
yeah.
It's not just like a thing they strap on their face.
No, they're just like, I've been preparing for 6 months for this, and you're like,
Actually, yeah.
like what? Okay, so 6 months out of the year you have just a white beard, and then you're clean shaven. No, I trim it up. I like to have it trimmed. Like, I couldn't do it. People want me to be like young Santa because I have a red beard, like the claymation Santa. I'm like, that doesn't. But Santa Claus did not let people sit on his lap until he was white beard man. I have some white in my beard that I actively pull out every time I see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see the appeal of young Santa Claus.
I'm just so stuck on thinking about a clean shaven Santa now. It's so
It's
weird.
so weird.
Yeah.
Like
not
when
a fan.
their face is kind of like loose, like a turkey face or something. And then you're like, wait, who is this weird non-Santa Santa?
They're like, ho ho ho, and you're like, I'm not supposed to see your chin. What is?
Yeah.
Or
Barely see your mouth. Hello.
Yeah. Dog, all I should see is a mustache move up and down when you're talking. That's all. That's all. And it should just be like, what do you want for Christmas? Okay, thank you. And like, I don't know. I just always found like they do like the mall by me. They do Santa and they do the Easter Bunny, but the Easter Bunny is fucking terrifying because it's like a giant bunny covered in pastel colors, and like it up until I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, like it was the same like suit from like the 80s. So it's
Yeah.
it's kept like clean and everything, but like the bunny itself looks demented. And you're just like, can we make this more cartoony? Perhaps and not
Will it
terrorize
always be
children.
like slightly discolored? There's no way you can keep something that old clean,
No,
you know?
like it was purple, and now it's like paisley. It's like it's not
Yeah,
quite. It's a
yeah.
little faded. Little faded.
That was a great usage of that color.
Thank you.
Paisley.
Thank you. I went with purple, not knowing what the follow up was, and I was like, Paisley's in that same part of the color wheel, so that'll work. You know, I was like, oh, you're orange, and it becomes piss yellow.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that was the other one that came to my mind. I was like, yeah, let's not go with that right away. But all right, so not afraid of Santa Claus, or in Siren's case, was not forced to sit on Santa's lap as a child. That's good. That's good. Because like the next question would be like, you know, like, have you ever wanted to have you ever seen like videos of children fighting Santa Claus at the mall? Like their parents like force them close, and then their fight or flight responses kick in, and they just start wailing on this old man who's.
I want to fight Santa as an adult.
Why?
Because I will fight him for the crown. Hello. I'm the new Santa now.
I don't.
Is that
Take
how it
his
works?
beard, real or fake.
Right.
I mean, look, we're going off of the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. You have to kill him. You can't just defeat him. You have to kill him. His heart needs to stop beating.
I mean,
Is that real?
Yeah.
Have you never seen that movie?
Wait, well, yeah, but like
It's been
as a
long time.
kid,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, then,
what?
So he. Oh no, I have to sneeze. I was trying not to sneeze when I'm talking.
Bless
no.
you.
All right, it's passed. We're good. No. So like Tim Allen scares Santa Claus, and Santa Claus falls to his death off of the roof. Tim Allen puts the suit on, or the jacket on, and then like sees like a business card in the pocket, and he reads it. He goes to Santa Claus, you know, like whoever puts on this jacket becomes Santa Claus. And he looked at where the body was, and the body's gone. Like it just evaporated. That's that.
Shit.
Ever since then, I'm like, that's how Santa Claus is immortal. You have to kill him, which is like, I want to be able to write a movie about like feudal English Game of Thrones like shit instead of the Iron Throne, it's to be Santa Claus.
Kind of metal.
Yeah,
like, not even gonna lie.
That's messed up.
Yeah, right. Like, it's just like the idea of like people are constantly vying to kill Santa Claus because they want the power of Santa Claus. And I'm like, there's
Weren't
something.
there also like 3 of those movies?
Yeah, there was. So
Didn't they just make a new one?
no, I think they made like a series or something where they redid something. Because I know that they did Santa Claus 1, where he becomes Santa Claus. And then there's the Santa Claus 2, Mrs. Claus, where he has to find somebody to become his Mrs. Claus, otherwise he dies.
Oh my god, that's so dramatic.
And
Jeez.
and in it, they make they clone him. They toyify a Santa. Like they make him there's a toy Santa to be Santa Claus in like the North Pole while he is finding a Mrs. Claus. And now, mind you, I watched this last year with my community, but this he basically has like 3 days to do this, and he makes this woman who hates Christmas. He basically uses his Santa powers to be like, oh, you hate Santa because he didn't bring you like this toy when you were a kid. And she's like, how do you know that? And he's like, I'm Santa Claus.
Jesus.
And she goes, go fuck yourself. And then like shuts it. I'm like, that is an appropriate reaction. If somebody would be like, hey, like when you were a kid, this is when you decided to hate Christmas and hate Santa Claus. I'm Santa Claus. No. You don't get no. Totally rational. I understand that. Maybe as a kid I didn't understand it, but as an adult, yeah, no, I understand it 100%. I'm getting the gun. I'm getting a gun.
Yeah, if anyone walked up to me and
Yeah.
was like, "I'm Santa Claus," I'd be like, "I'm calling the police."
Like, man, Santa Claus at the mall could say I'm Santa Claus. I'm still getting the gun. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, there will be nothing to stop me. I will still call the police. I will go to the mall and stand in line, and when I get there, I will just escort him out to the police. Like, here, this is the bad man. Take him.
Like, ma'am, I just work here.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You told
Not
me.
anymore.
I hope you like the iron bars you're about to see for 20 years. Meanwhile, the police are like, "Who are you?" And you're like,
20 years.
"Cuff him, guy."
Like, this
Shut
is how it
your
works
shit
in the movies, right? I just point and say, "Cuff them, guys,"
Cuff 'em,
and then
guys.
you just go to jail.
Yeah, for 20 years. Yeah, no, clearly.
20 years.
But and then the third one was like Jack Frost is like a villain.
Remember
And
that one.
he's like, oh boy, I think he's like, let me see. I want to see like the escape clause. What was this one? Yeah, because Martin Short's in it. He basically like Jack Frost basically like wants North Pole, and like it's a war between Santa Claus and Jack Frost.
It wasn't like Jack Frost like a just misunderstood or whatever it was.
I think it was something like
That was also scary, wasn't it?
yeah. Oh. Scott reconciles with his family, and Jack is arrested by elf police. He reveals he cannot unfreeze his victim unless he unfreezes himself, something he says he'll never do.
Sorry.
Scott convinces Lucy via snow globe he had given her earlier of her warmly hugging a snowman to give Frost a magic hug to unfreeze him and reform him. It works! Laura and Neil unfreeze, and Frost becomes a new person. The Canada ruse is dropped, and Scott appears as Santa to Carol's parents. With 2 hours remaining before Santa must leave for his Christmas deliveries, Carol goes into labor.
Oh.
Months later, while Carol is telling the tale to her students, Scott walks in to reveal their son, Buddy Claus.
Good old buddy.
That's a soap opera if I've ever heard one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like I can't just imagine. Somebody decided like where do we have to keep making these movies, and no one was like, no, you don't. You can leave it where it is.
Who put that on
I
the
feel
writer's
like-
board?
It was a very like 90s, early 2000s thing. Like, do those even happen anymore? I feel like they don't.
No, I was talking about this with some friends the other day, and like how like growing up we had a lot of really good sports movies, and then around like 2006 2007 we stopped having consistently good ones.
Yeah.
But like yeah. The film was released in theaters on November 3rd in 2006, grossed $110 million worldwide. It received negative reviews from critics, with Rotten Tomatoes calling it, quote, a bag of bland gags and dumb slapstick.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think they made like a follow-up. Although, I mean, look, they made it, they almost, their budget was $12 million, so almost 10 times what they made, or what it cost. That's,
I
my
would call
God.
that a success.
yeah, no, so yeah, no, keep making it. Fuck it. There was a video game? For the
What?
Game Boy Advance?
What?
Ooh. Okay, here it is. So, a limited series serving as a sequel, The Santa Clauses, will release on Disney Plus with Tim Allen reprising his role and Jack Burdett serving as a showrunner. Realizing he can't be Santa Claus forever, an aging Scott Calvin sets off to find a suitable replacement while helping his children get used to a new adventure south of the pole. Dog, you have a child. You have children. Multiple. One of them can become Santa Claus. I don't understand. Why do you have to? Why do you have to find somebody to kill you? Like, you just be like, son, it's time for you to become a man.
Duel.
I need you to kill me. No, Dad. Look, if you don't kill me, I'm going to kill myself, and then no one is going to be Santa Claus.
And there's no more Santa. You want to be the reason that Christmas is done?
Yeah, put that on.
It's a lot of pressure for a child.
I think
Santa's not my dad.
My dad could, look, I haven't seen my dad for some time. It's possible he is Santa. Like, that might be.
Yeah, we can't be certain.
So if you kill Santa, thank you.
Oh my god, Grumm. Yikes.
Yeah, no. There's a movie coming out with David Harbour called Violent Night, where like Santa Claus is like
Yes.
a
I saw
mass,
a
like
poster
John Wicking everyone, and I'm like, I need to see this because it's Santa Claus and it's hilarious. It's a hilarious concept of like Santa Claus is killing people because they pissed him off.
Yeah, there's like an OG slasher. I can't remember what it's called though, but it was essentially just this guy who was dressed up as Santa Claus and he was killing people. I can't remember what it was called. That's gonna bother me.
Christmas Bloody Christmas?
No.
Silent Night?
I don't. It might have been Silent Night. That sounds right.
9 Jolly Santa slasher movies. Oh boy.
Oh my.
There's a lot of them.
This is niche.
Yeah. Last time we ended up talking about Robin Williams and the what is it, 24/7?
Yeah.
Booth? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2.
Oh shit. The sequel.
Yeah. Santa Claus, CLAWS in 1996. A young boy named Wayne sees his mom having sex with a man wearing a Santa hat, so he murders them both.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure how.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, well, I don't understand how that works.
Jeez.
Did we not talk about? We talked about something, right? I think we.
There were a lot of things we talked about.
Yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Better watch out. Okay, so there's at least 3 of these. Don't open until Christmas. Seasoned and respected British actor Edmund Purdom, who's been working steadily all over Europe since the early 50s, was born just a few days after or before Christmas. Maybe that explains why. Oh wait, no, this is an only directing thing. I'm trying to see like what the plot is. You're not telling me what the plot. Oh, the Brit slasher film Mystery Theater offers a bit of twist on the killer Santa in that it concerns a Santa killer instead of vice versa. Yes, in the days leading up to Christmas, some knife-wielding maniac with no Christmas spirit whatsoever is killing off all the Santas in London.
It was me,
Jeez.
guys. I'm so sorry.
The cops fear if they don't catch him by midnight Christmas Eve that he'll vanish, only to return next year to do the same thing and the year after that. Okay.
Wow.
The first ever Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I don't know
Sint.
that.
This is in SINT. This was in 2010. He imagined Saint. What? Okay, hold on. It's basically like taking a twist on the Danish folklore of Sinterklaas, where a bloodthirsty medieval killer and all-around brute who engineered a reign of terror up until fed up, the locals banded together and lynched him on December 5th. And then, per the usual, he would die. Before he died, he vowed vengeance from beyond the grave, promising to return every 32 years on that night. Why at 32? What's it? What?
That's so specific.
Yeah. Santa's. What? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I googled it and it says directed by the aptly named Dick Moss.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get you some-
Fantastic.
Yeah. What a name. Santa's Sleigh, SLAY, Sleigh Santa's Sleigh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Santa, see, is really Satan's son, and a scary son of a bitch at heart. He's only kindly and giving and jolly all these years because he lost a bet with an angel. Now that the terms of the bet have run their course, Santa's once again free to let his real nature comes out. He trades out the stupid, boring reindeer for bison, his frumpy old sleigh for something that almost resembles the Batmobile, and starts leaving booby trap packages under the trees of unsuspecting families. What?
Jeez.
WWE wrestler Bill Goldberg makes for a decidedly menacing and burly Santa. Wait a second.
Full circle.
That's so fitting.
It just came full circle. What the fuck?
Wow.
Let's go. What's the number one Christmas evil, aka you better watch out? Okay. All right. So yeah.
I love that.
It's wild. I can't. Look at that. I didn't even see that coming, and we brought it back to wrestling, which is apropos
That's so
because we're
good.
sometimes a wrestling podcast. I do have one more Christmas related thing. I hate the song Silver Bells, right? The worst Christmas song of all time. I don't care who performs it. No one can make that song good. It's too slow. It's too boring. No one cares about Silver Bells. And most of the time, people never actually say bells. They say silver balls because they're singing and they're like, I have to go deep. I have to go deep and go silver bells. And it sounds like silver balls. And I don't understand why. I hate the song. The worst.
You have so many feelings.
I hate it. I hate it. I have a 12+ hour Christmas playlist, and it has 0 silver bells on it. If I had
Let me get on my PowerPoint real quick.
yeah. Do you have time to here, you know what? Since I got you for at least another hour and a half or so, maybe. Right. So Bing Crosby starts is there a specific holiday song that you just despise hearing or you prefer to hear? You would hear it on repeat.
Oh goodness.
There is one, but I can't remember how it goes right now.
Well, there's Jingle Bells, Jingle
I'll
Bells.
Google.
No, okay. There's also yeah, no. Let's see.
That might be the one I'm thinking of. It has like such an annoying tone in it the whole time. Oh, yes. Okay. It goes like Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Yes, that one. I hate that one.
It's a good one. I like that one. But no, it can get annoying. I'm gonna try to open up my playlist without accidentally playing it and then having the songs come through on through the thing. Let's see.
I think
That one's hard to find because all I know from it is Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that's
try Googling that. That would be
yeah.
It's the Christmas wrapping by the Waitresses.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I was like, I know the song. I know who it's by, but I was like, have you ever heard "All I Really Want for Christmas" by Lil Jon?
Oh my!
Featuring the Kool-Aid Man.
Yes, it's so good, like horribly good.
Yes.
Featuring the Kool-Aid Man.
Featuring Kool-Aid Man.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is it like that person's name, or is it like somebody trying to be the actual mascot?
Well, so the Kool-Aid Man does go, ooh yeah, in the song. So a little bit of both.
Okay. All right.
So good.
There's another one that I hate, but like I enjoy listening to it, but it's I have to find it. It's like man, I kind of want to skip it, but then I listen to it, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like the only one. Honestly, the Baby It's Cold Outside is just not good. I mean,
yeah,
I was too young to be singing that for as long as I did.
You know what though? So I was talking last year on stream about how that song is like creepy and whatever. And somebody said that it's actually not about that. It's about something else, but I can't remember it now. So there was a redemption arc for the song, but I can't remember what it actually was.
John Legend did a version of it with Kelly Clarkson and flips how it, like they're meeting at a bar. Neither of them are drinking. But they're both like, just like, hey, I'm enjoying your company, but I gotta go. I gotta leave. My Uber's here, basically, type stuff. And it's like, will I see you again? I don't know. Well, if I don't see you, it's just like very like how only John Legend could do this and get away with it, which is just very like, hey, cool, like I hope you have a real good life. It was great to have.
Hmm.
It was a nice night that I'll remember if nothing ever happens. And it's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
nice.
So it hits all the same emotional beats without being like, hey, what'd you put in this tea? Like, what did I put in that tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and like I just like have like people are like, oh, like I still have the song on because it is a weird song, but I only have the original. I don't have like redos of it because the original is just a really good piece of music. But I also am just like, all right, skip. Like, okay, like I've had my fill of Baby It's Cold Outside. Good to go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I can't believe you don't like Christmas wrapping by the waitresses.
I think I worked at Hudson's Bay over for like the holiday season, and that came on once or twice a day. And when you're just like dealing with annoying, rude customers all day, and then you just hear "Diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle," it
Merry
just,
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
it like hurts your eardrums. I don't
I
know.
mean, that's
Couldn't do
fair.
it. Yeah.
Look, I enjoy it because it's a different take on a Christmas. Because it's just like I don't like Christmas because I like it's a very hey man, all the holidays stink. Oh hey, like we're both at a grocery store. Oh, that's pretty cool. But
Is that what they say in it?
yeah, so basically the song starts off bah humbug, no, that's too strong because it is my favorite holiday. But all this year has been busy blur. I don't think I have the energy to add to my already mad rush because it's 'tis the season. The perfect gift for me would be completions and connections left from last year. Ski shop encounter most interesting. Had his number but never the time. Most 81 passed along those lines. So deck those halls, trim those trees, raise up cups of Christmas cheer. I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year. And then like it starts there, and then it's like fast forward through the rest of the year, and you're like, oh hey, like I think I'll miss Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. Merry Christmas. And how like I'm just gonna skip everything, and then basically the lead singer is like, oh hey, like I'm at the store. It's Christmas Eve. Last fall I had a night to myself. Same guy called Halloween party. Waited all night for him to show. This time his car wouldn't go. Forget it. It's cold. It's getting late. Trudge on home to celebrate. In a quiet way, unwind. Doing Christmas right this time. And then with the world's smallest
Crazy.
turkey already in the oven, nice and hot. Oh damn! Guess what I forgot? So on with the boots, back out in the snow to the all-night grocery. When what to my wondering eyes should appear, and the line is the guy I've been chasing all year. And it's like that's crazy. And then they have a nice Christmas dinner together.
Well, that's nice, I guess.
But
I
that
don't think I've
says
ever heard that song before in my life.
it's a good song. It's from 1981. Several years before we were born. But
Yeah.
but it's a good one.
It's the worst.
I'm mad that like I don't think the Backstreet Boys did a Christmas album. Now that I'm looking at this, I got Hanson, Christina Aguilera, NSYNC. I don't think the Backstreet Boys did one, and that can't be good. No, they definitely.
Everyone needs a Christmas album.
I'm begging Bruno Mars to do a Christmas
Ooh,
album
that would be so fun.
because that's the only thing I've ever. Well, that and the Silk Sonic album when I found out that was a thing. And as soon as I heard "Leave the Door Open," I'm like, I need this, whatever this is. I need it. Oh no, there is a Backstreet Boys. Good.
Ah, you should tweet Bruno Mars. I'm sure he'll listen.
Oh, I have. He's ignoring. He's probably got me blocked by this point. Sirenn, do you have all that posturing and everything? Do you have a Christmas song that you either really like or could go without?
So the song that I hate it for the reason that it is entirely too long, but I just do not like Feliz Navidad because the entire song is 2 sentences, and it goes on for like 4 minutes.
Fair.
It's so repetitive, and it just makes me want to bash my head into a wall after like a minute. I don't dislike it, but it's like once it gets to a certain point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go insane if I keep listening to this.
Well, it's four sentences. To be fair, because it goes, "I want to wish you Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart." From the bottom of my heart.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
beautiful.
You should make your own Christmas
Bruno
album.
Mars who?
No,
Yeah.
no. Well, you're right. I should make my own and be like, "Hey, Bruno, can I get a couple features?" And then just making him do the song, and then I'm deleting my.
I can see you touring with him.
I probably, you know what? I could. I wearing some velvet suede shoes. Yeah, I could probably do it. You know what, Bruno? Unblock me. You know what? If Twitter goes down, I'm getting back on the. We're back on the case. We're back on getting Bruno to do a Christmas album. Have either real quick before I get into the. How do we feel about Dominick the Donkey?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you brought it up so I didn't have to.
What is that?
Oh my God.
It's the greatest song of all time.
It is. I
What?
was just like on the brink of should I do it or should I not do it? Like, should I try or should I not? And I just can't bring myself to do it because I feel like I wouldn't commit to it and I would just make an ass of myself, pun intended.
I was gonna say pun intended. No, it's
Yeah,
Dominick is the Italian Christmas donkey. Crickety clack, hee haw, it's Dominick the Donkey.
What?
It is
La la la.
atrocious. I love it.
La la la. La
I've never heard this in my life.
All right. I'm gonna grab the YouTube link and I'll send it to you. You know what? No.
Sounds good.
We're gonna watch it on the Patreon. So the Patreon will have this. Will have your live reaction to Dominick the Donkey. Dominick the Donkey.
Perfect.
The greatest Christmas song of all time. Second. The first one is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas." And 2, it is my grandmother's favorite Christmas song. Therefore, it is the greatest song of all time. She cannot have bad taste. She has impeccable taste. But it's a great song. And I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm sure somebody's like, "No, I hate it." And, well, you're wrong. And I'm going to find you. Siren's going to find Santa. And I'll find you. The person who does not like... The person who does not like... It'll be like, I'll help you find Santa. You help me find the person who said that they don't like Dominick the Donkey. But yeah, so... What we're going to... It's Christmassy time. What we're talking about today. And... In the year 2012, WWE is... very, very at the peak of its very PG, trying to get the kids to watch and families and everything being very family friendly, but also it's like kind of slowly going back the other way a little bit and being like, oh, well, we can do some things that maybe upset children, like hitting Santa Claus with a car. So in 2012, a wrestler who had been a good guy, but previously he was a bad guy, hit Santa Claus with his car. And we get the first ever Miracle on 34th Street fight match between Alberto Del Rio and John Cena. It is wacky. It is fun. The episode of Monday Night Raw was on Christmas Eve. So it's like, oh, Santa's here. He's making his stop at Monday Night Raw before going out and doing all the Christmas gifts. And then he gets hit by a car. And you're like, what the fuck? Wait, Santa got hit by a car. What's going on? It's good stuff. There's mayhem. There's presents. There's trees. There's, in fact, the way that Monday Night Raw starts... It is, I want them to redo this. They basically have the entire roster singing a Christmas-like song. It's very funny. It's a lot of fun. We're going to watch it here on the Dork Side of the Ring, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, taking a moment out of the episode to tell you face to face about what we got going on at support.grumm.tv. This month, we've got the return of the watch-alongs. We're going to get caught up on those. We've got early episodes of the Dork Side of the Ring at the $5 tier, the $10 tier, the watch-alongs. $25 is exclusive full episodes. We'll work on getting one of them this month. We're going to be trying a bunch of stuff differently. Also, that's just Dorkside. That's just Dorkside. And even then, I'm going to be working on stuff. Coming down the pipeline, we've got the long-form stuff, video essays on angles, on matches, on promos. Love it. It's so much fun. I cannot wait. It's so much fun. It's so much fun, let me tell you. Also, we've got other content. I'm working on Nuzlocke. I'm working on video gaming content. Streams. Come by, hang out. You can have talking permissions as well. It's good stuff. All at support.grumm.tv. That's the Patreon. Your financial support is appreciated. And if you are strapped for cash, which is completely understandable, I understand that now as a rent payer myself. 5-star reviews, rate and review, leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell your friend about us. Dorkside.tv has all the links that you need for supporting the podcast right there. Easy and accessible for you. Thank you. Let's get back to the episode.
And that's it. That was
Woo!
the first, the 2012 Miracle on 34th Street fight match. Mop, you're up first. What was your first impression?
It was good. Yeah, I like the chaos of, the Santa accident, quote unquote.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not sure. He might have done it on purpose. He might have just lied.
Very concerned about their lungs after all that fire extinguisher stuff, but is what it is.
Well, it could have been one of the ones that like it expired, so it wasn't as dangerous anymore, or
It could be.
or could have just been like dry ice that they were shooting out.
Yeah,
sometimes they
I
use
imagine
that.
that's probably what they actually did.
But yeah, it looked like a little Christmas snow. Lot of stuff. Siren, what about you? First impression of the Miracle on 34th Street fight.
That was a work of art, truly. It was from the car accident to the one little ornament that was left on the ground in the crime scene to the great reactions when he was in the makeshift hospital cot. All of it was just so beautiful.
So good.
Yeah. So we start. Well, for those who aren't on, don't support.grumm.tv. We get to see the one, we watched Dominick the Donkey. So really, I buried the lead here. Mop, what did you think about Dominick the Donkey?
That was something. Yeah, I can't believe I've never heard that, to be honest. I feel like I should have at some point, but good song. Definitely the YouTube video added to the beauty of it,
It always helps to see a cute donkey, especially an Italian one named
Definitely.
Dominic.
Always
Helping out Santa, his paisan. But yeah, okay. So now the best part about the show, the Dominick the Donkey out of the way. We watch that. So I was telling you two, but they started this episode of Monday Night Raw. It was on Christmas Eve with like a little cartoon of CM Punk trying to light the Christmas tree, and they cut to the entire roster singing a holiday themed like song about getting in the ring. Ring the bell, ring the bell. The holidays are here. You had, catchphrases galore. Funk is on a roll from the Funkasaurus, Brodus Clay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did any of us have like context to who was saying them?
Yeah,
I'm
so
not familiar with any of the newer people, so
yeah,
I was kind of curious.
Booker T was there. He said, "You sing too." He instructed us to sing along, which we did. AJ Lee had a single line. Daniel Bryan and Kane had a line about Kane's like, I'm not gonna sing, except he did end up singing. CM Punk had a line. Sheamus had a line. Big Show threatened to knock us out. All while John Cena is like conducting it in the widest conductor I've ever seen. He's got broad ass shoulders. It was a solid song. I want more of it. I want a rendition every year. I want every year. I'm
gonna be like the We Are the World, but wrestling. And
yes, exactly. Scale of 1 to 10. How would you like? Like if somebody played that at a holiday party, like is it a good song? Scale of 1 to 10? Yeah.
Oh
yes. I would climb the tallest object and then jump off of it in the spirit of Christmas and scream for Santa.
Yeah, for Santa.
For Santa.
Which
It's all
is
for Santa, yeah.
all for Santa. Then they start Monday Night Raw. Santa comes out. He's the special guest host of that episode of Monday Night Raw. They were doing at this time. They had a special guest host every week. So like they had the Muppets, they had Bob Barker, they had the cast of the Entourage movie, they had who else did they? Oh, they had Jeremy Piven, but separate from the Entourage because he had a movie coming out. Mark Cuban, who else? Hugh Jackman was a special guest host at one time. Yeah, but you remember the Real Steel movie that he did? Like with the boxing robots, and he like coaches a robot into being a good boxer.
No.
Have you never heard of Real
I don't know that.
Oh,
No.
God. Yeah, no, it's a fever dream of a pitch. It's basically like, hey, robot, Rock'em Sock'em robots? What if they were real, but you legitimately coach them? So that's basically the idea of the movie. Is that like he takes this it's like a boxing, like standard boxing movie, but instead of like Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa, it's a robot. And
Well, that's fun.
yeah, it is fun. Hugh Jackman did a thing. I'm trying to think of who else. Bob Barker was arguably the greatest because they did a Price is Right. But the wrestlers would show up in their wrestling gear, but then they'd have the Price is Right name tag on. They're like bare chest. Very funny.
That's amazing.
There's a couple other people. I think some Joe Manganiello was a guest host at one time. And some other people were like a guest. It was an interesting time, but Santa Claus was like a special guest host. He comes out, he's gifting gifts to the people in the crowd, and then Alberto Del Rio hits him with the car. Just rams right into him. Hits him so hard that a tree falls. That's nowhere near where he gets hit. I'm going to go back and watch this, and somebody pushed that tree over. The tree falls directly
Surely.
on
It's just
Santa's
so
face.
far from everything that's happening.
The impact of
good.
Santa Claus getting hit, the magic was hit out of him. The tree fell directly on his face, which it makes me laugh every time, just being like, "Oh, here's Santa dead by hit a car, tree fall." Like, even funnier.
The tree falling was definitely the best part, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they sell it like he's like legitimately dead. They get the stretcher board out, and they get they strap him down. Kids are like, "Santa!" The crowd's chanting, "You killed Santa." Again, I reiterate, nothing on TV is topping pro wrestling where you will get 15,000 people chanting, "You killed Santa."
Yeah.
It's Santa.
Hilarious.
Ricardo Rodriguez is distraught. He's on the verge of throwing up. He's crying and vomiting and shitting and farting. Alberto Del Rio's just like, I didn't mean to hit him. And we go to commercial as he's wheeled to the back. You're just like, what? Oh my God, what happened? Oh no, Santa, I hope you're all right. I think my favorite was the kid screaming, like, bye-bye, Santa.
Right. Rolls up on a stretcher. He's like, "Bye, Santa."
Bye,
Yeah.
Santa. He had no concern for good old Saint Nick. I know he got some cold, that's why. So
Probably.
100%.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what he did, bitch.
And then so then we go to the backstage, and all the wrestlers are concerned about Santa. Titus O'Neil's like, dog, I got kids, man. Santa better, Santa's got to get them gifts. And Booker T walks out, and he's sad. He's solemn is probably the best word to describe him. And he's like, y'all, Santa is down. And you're like, oh no, Santa is down. What do you mean he's down? Like,
Yeah, right. That's
is he down with the sickness? Down with
such
the
a
boogie?
vague word.
Yes, seriously.
And he's like, it's not looking good.
Where'd he go?
yeah, he's down. Get him up. What do you
Party.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's the setup, right? You're saying he's down to clown, like, or what are like, what is he down for? He's down to be injured, and what's going on? Booker T says he's not. Doesn't look good. The prognosis is not clear, and they're all distraught, and everybody's sad because Christmas isn't going to happen. And then the asshole who drove over Santa Claus shows up. Alberto Del Rio. I didn't do it. It was I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. And everybody's like, no, you're a dickhead. You ran over Santa Claus. Justifiably so. I would also be angry if you ran over Santa Claus and then showed up at the hospital.
I guess it's like support,
His defense of why it was an accident is like, he jumped out in front of me. Also, everybody knows where I drive my car. Technically, it's not my fault. Like, what?
Everyone knows where I drive my car indoors.
I think that was my favorite part.
Like, wait. So that, I don't think that works. I don't think if you hit somebody with your car and you're like, look, Your Honor, everybody knows where you drive cars.
I was like, it's a road, okay? You shouldn't be in the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there are like laws that protect drivers from people doing that. But you're in an arena. Like, you shouldn't have a car inside of an arena. I don't care how big the arena is. You shouldn't have a car driving it. That's
100%.
Think about like the exhaust fumes, man. In a trapped place. No, I don't care how good the ventilation is. Somebody's gonna have some negative response or reactions to that CO2 exchange.
You're definitnot right.
Not good. Not good.
I didn't even think about that bit of it.
No, unless it's like an electric car, but I don't think in 2012 they didn't have electric cars like that. Not BMW.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
And then so Alberto Del Rio is pleading his case, and John Cena sprints from halfway across the world to accost him for running over Santa Claus. And thank God John Cena got good at acting, because he was very clearly on the verge of belly laughing as he's delivering these lines. As everybody else was. Like, he's like, how dare you? Where do you get off hitting Santa Claus on Christmas, huh? And then Booker T says something interesting. He says, Santa, before Santa, went under, he told me his last words. It's like, wait, his last words? You didn't say he was dead. You just said he was like unconscious. He said that Alberto Del Rio, his last words were, Alberto Del Rio is going to be in a fight, Miracle on 34th Street fight against John Cena. And everybody's like, yeah, John. And he's like, dog, what? I didn't do anything. I didn't mean to do this. Why am I being punished? Why do I have to wrestle John Cena on Christmas Eve? Is it bad enough I just hit Santa Claus? Now you're going to make me wrestle? And Booker T motivates John Cena. He goes, John, for Santa. And everybody starts getting Santa, 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 Santa. And John Cena, with the most serious tone in his voice, the loudest volume he can without busting out laughing, for Santa! And just, I can't. It was, why? Why? I understand being like, pumped and in support of Santa. You want to get revenge for Santa. But he was just so amped to fight for Santa. And like,
Someone's got to do it. Santa can't do it.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't think I've ever been that amped to fight anything. Like, maybe like a final boss in a tough game, but never like for Santa. For Santa, For some guy in a mall?
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
Fuck
fair.
that guy.
I was gonna say, I was like, Siren, could you have been amped up to fight for Santa like that?
Not ever.
Siren would have went into the room while everybody wasn't watching and put a pillow over.
I would have unplugged the machine.
Would have finished off the job. I'm surprised
Right.
Oh my god.
I would have been driving that car.
Siren said Alberto Del Rio didn't hit him hard enough.
Like you were a weakling.
Finish the
Hilarious.
job, you coward. So they go through the rest of the night. They have like updates here or there. Nothing that was too special. But then the last update, Matt Stryker shows up and he's like, "It's not looking good. Santa Claus is being taken. They will take him to a local medical facility for. It's not looking good." And in the background, you hear the EKG and you hear the beeps going, and you're like, "Oh no!" And Siren, you're like, "Is he gonna flatline?"
It started to get like more consistent. I was like, oh fuck, like is he gonna flatline? Are they gonna do this to us right now?
And as soon as you ask that, Jingle Bells starts playing over the EKG.
That was really good. I like
That was
that.
that was good.
And
Yeah.
they said,
it
"We're
was
gonna
very
no,
funny.
like don't worry, everybody. Santa is gonna be just fine."
Phew.
Tapping his toes, like he's even just like, he's like, "Hell yeah, I like this music." John Cena comes out. Alberto Del Rio comes out. His personal ring announcer, Ricardo Rodriguez, is still in tears. He's trying to hold it together to do his job, and he can't. He's crying as he introduces Alberto Del Rio, who's still insistent 2 hours later that he did not hit Santa Claus on purpose, that it was an accident. Everybody knows where he drives his car. Again, I must reiterate that was his defense. He said, "Everybody knows where I drive my car."
It's so funny.
You hit somebody with a car. Inside of a building.
Hey, I'm driving here.
As I crash into the corner store cafe. "Hey, I'm driving here. Everybody knows I can park my car here. What are you talking about? Sir, are you drunk?" "No, I'm not drunk. Everybody knows where I drive my car. I drive my car in a cafe all the time. Drive-through cafe. I'm driving through the cafe."
Yeah.
That's
That's what a drive-through is, ain't it?
Yeah, drive-through cafe. Don't be mad at me when I take you up on your offer. He has a point. Aren't you an officer?
Absolutely.
Book him, boys. And then the match itself was a standard wrestling match, a street fight. We had steel chairs. We had a pie spot.
I forgot about the pie.
I'm mad we didn't get a better look at the pie, like before it got
True.
smashed into his face. I'm sure that pie looked pretty good.
Yeah. I wonder who makes the pie for these things. Like,
Yeah, I feel
so
like they
someone's wife, or like, do they buy it?
I was gonna say, I think they probably just go to the local grocery store and buy it. Be like, hey, here's $12. Let's get a couple pies.
This is a very important question. Okay.
Yeah. Follow-up question: what kind of pie is the best pie?
I'm a peach or pumpkin kind of gal. Blueberry's good too, but
I really
Fire.
like apple or pumpkin.
yay.
Glad we all went with a clean answer there. That's good on us. Good
What's
on us.
yours?
I'm not.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
I get it. I thought you meant like the safe, easy answers. I
Yes,
was like,
yeah,
I
no.
mean,
No,
that's legit. My favorite pie.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just happy. I'm glad we all decided to stay clean with that. We all could have easily been like, well, my favorite kind of pie. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm not that big of a pie guy. I like cake more than pie. That's my.
Fair enough.
I get like is tiramisu is not. It's not really a pie. It's more of a cake.
It's cake-esque. Yeah.
I would say it's closer to cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably so. Yeah, that's probably the closest that I would come to like a pie. I like cakes, like cake. Like
I don't know. I just like the texture of pie more than cake.
That's fair.
no, fair because you get like crust on the bottom, and
Mm.
you get your fruit filling and a little crust on the top. Or if you go with like a pumpkin, I've actually seen like blueberry pies with no like crust on the top, where it's just like a mess.
An open
Naked.
pie.
Yeah, like I don't understand that one. Like, pumpkin pie
Interesting.
for sure can work like that without the crust on top. Apple pie kind of can. It's not. I wouldn't advise. But like blueberry pie, no. It's just there's too many. The blueberries are stacking on top of each other. They need something to hold them together a bit.
All right. Hear me out. What
Okay.
if you do a little bit of cherry and some cream pie? Ha. Wink, wink. There you go. I got you,
There we
Grumm.
go.
I got
Thank you,
you.
thank you,
I got
thank
you.
Look,
Whoa.
Give the people what they want.
They give the people. They wanted the answer of the cream pie is their favorite pie.
Yeah. I got you.
I wasn't going to make the joke. I'm a well-behaved citizen. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you are.
Sure, yes, I am. I'm
Lie
standing.
again, Grumm. Lie again.
I know where I love my father. So enough of lies. But anyway, so there was the pie spot. Ricardo Rodriguez like, look, I got. Take the gift. In the gift, use what's in the gift, and he opens it up, and he's like, "It's a fucking pie. Really? You got me a pie? Happy, it's pie. Everyone likes pie."
Yeah, what the heck?
Why
Yeah.
would you put pie in a wrapped present though?
I mean,
You would just give somebody the pie.
yeah. Well, like he thought that to be in Ricardo's defense, he thought that too. He's like, obviously we would put something
That's
good
fair.
in here.
Right. You wouldn't
so-
put a pie in a
No.
box.
No, somebody set them up. Somebody set up Ricardo.
It's rigged.
Yeah. And they're
Santa did it.
Santa did it. It was a ball peen hammer, and then Santa snapped his fingers. It turned into a pie.
Right.
But so then they're fighting a little bit more. John Cena and Alberto Del Rio go up to the top of the stage where all the Christmas presents and the trees are, and they're fight. John Cena pulls out a a TV monitor, and just clocks Alberto Del Rio, like knocking him unconscious. And we're like, wow. I'm like, wow, this is just great, right? He's out cold. And then they go to a commercial break, and we come back, and Alberto Del Rio is standing tall.
Yeah,
and,
they just completely switched places.
yeah, it's like what? And then they show what happened, and it's like, oh, Ricardo Rodriguez like jumped on John Cena, and then John Cena was like, hey, don't you touch me. And then Alberto Del Rio like got him back, like, hey, all right, cool, I'll beat you up.
I love how much John Cena treated him like he was just like an annoying child. Like, stop it! Don't
do that.
Don't do that. You're
Ricky?
gonna tick me off, little Ricky.
Ricky, don't make me.
Ricky,
I'll get your mother.
stop it.
Don't make me. I'll get your mother. He started talking through his teeth.
Right.
Good
That's how you
God.
know it's serious.
Yeah. Don't make me. I'll do it. Don't make me do it.
Fucking cool.
All the while, meanwhile, as far as we know, Santa Claus is like on the verge of death. He's coming back to life apparently.
Right.
But like, I don't understand how anybody like you saw. If you're Alberto Del Rio, I would have been like, look, I am distraught. I need time off.
Right.
I ran over Santa Claus. I need to go home. I like at work, I accidentally hit like a snake with my trimmer, and I was distraught.
Aw,
I was like,
yeah.
dude, I killed a snake. This gardener
Yeah.
snake doesn't do nothing to nobody, and I killed it.
I guess like at least Santa lived though. That's the
true.
difference.
That's
You
true.
straight up murdered that snake.
Yeah, that's.
You're the villain in
I'm
this
sorry to
story.
tell you.
I should have. I knew I should. I knew I should have rescheduled therapy for after
Have to-
this episode.
Borderline throw up now.
Meanwhile, Siren's like, "Why didn't you just take the weed whacker to Santa? What the fuck are you doing?"
Truly, put it
Oh,
in his
God.
beard, turn it on.
Oh no!
Why? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Come on! Why am I getting
Hilarious.
attacked again? But yeah, so they're all fighting. Alberto Del Rio, Ricardo is giving him a giant box. He's like, surely this box has something. Look at the size of this box. And he's like, you better not, don't let me down again. Don't let me down again. And he opens the box. He looks in the box and he's just disappointed. He looks at Ricardo Rodriguez and he's like, hey, the fuck is this? Like, it's a bazooka, isn't it? I knew it's a bazooka. It's a bazooka. It's a big box for a fucking bazooka. For a bazooka? You think a bazooka, A, is fitting in that box, B, is passing customs to be put in a box, and C, Ricardo Rodriguez lifted the box. I don't think Ricardo Rodriguez could lift a bazooka. Let
Also, when
alone...
did they bring guns to a wrestling match? Hello?
Yeah. Like, I mean, look.
That's a very good question.
Aim for the stars, you know. Aim for the moon, you'll land among the stars. You know, as the old elementary school saying would go.
True.
No one could call Mr. Rodriguez a non-dreamer. No, he was dreaming all right. And then Alberto Del Rio picks out what's in the box, and it's a stuffed bear, teddy bear. All the while, John Cena is staring at him like, "What is going on over there?" Like. And he sees what it is. He's like, "You're really gonna use that against me?"
And then he does his best.
He does. Should have thrown it in his face. If you ever gotten like the fuzzies of a teddy bear in your eye before,
That is chaos.
debilitating. He would have been
It'll
down,
ruin your.
done. Gets caught in your mouth a little bit, and then when you go to drink your tea or your water or something, you get the little fuzzies in your mouth now. No, that would have been the most damage that thing could have done. And Alberto Del Rio instead threw it at his chest.
I mean, he's shaped like a brick. There's no way you're missing his chest.
He almost did. He got the,
I mean, that's fair.
He almost
did.
Just chucked it and just hit it. And John Cena was like, "Okay, that's enough." And just goes back to whooping his ass.
Once again.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's get back to this. All right, you've had your time. Throws him into the barricade, and then he goes back up the thing. He beats up Ricardo again. He puts a wreath around him, and then drops puts a present around his head. Poor Ricardo. He was distraught. He had a bad day at work. That's one of those days you go home and you're like. Your partner's like, "Hey, how was your day today, sweetie?" And you're like, "It sucked.
Don't talk to me."
My boss hit.
Breakdown in tears.
My boss hit Santa Claus with his car, and a coworker of mine beat the shit out of me.
That would be a bad day.
It would.
Well, at least
I guess they're kind of used to it though. At that point,
true. But then you're like,
don't you think?
Hey, babe, at least it's Christmas tomorrow. And then you're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. My boss, Santa Claus, hit me with his sack of Christmas treats." We'll get to that in a second. John Cena, while he's looking for it, the crowd is chanting, directing him to use the tree. So he goes, "All right, I'll use the tree." Grabs the tree, smokes Alberto's face with the tree, and then goes back up, finds what he's looking for: a shiny, brand new, orange creamsicle-ish bowling ball. And you're like, "John, what are you doing with that bowling ball? It's an interesting gift you got there. What you big into? You got a bowling league or something? You on the team? You trying to join the Pinheads or something?" And then he auditioned for the Pinheads, and he threw the bowling ball into Alberto Del Rio's crotch from like 10 feet away.
Yeah, and they showed it about 15 times.
And every time it makes me, it hurts me. It hurts me. That's pain. That is pain. You can imagine it, but you shouldn't. You should not imagine getting hit in the soft spots with a bowling ball. And then, as he's about to win, Ricardo Rodriguez jumps in the ring and he starts choking out John Cena. And I mean choking him like he's lifeless. And then Santa Claus, Jingle Bells plays. And you're like, "Oh my God, it's Santa Claus." Ricardo Rodriguez says, "Oh my God, it's Santa Claus. I love Santa Claus. It's good to see he's alive. Let me go hug him." And Santa Claus told this freak to get the fuck away from him and cracks him across the face with his sack of toys.
And truly, he did nothing wrong to Santa.
No.
He was the one that was distraught.
If anything, this supports your case for killing Santa.
Right. He just beat this man with his sack for literally no reason.
He wanted a hug.
That's very true.
And then he got cracked across the skull with who knows what was in there. Earlier, there were like toy figures, hats. I think there was like a copy of the video game. There was a whole bunch of stuff in there that could have hurt him. And man, Santa's a dick. And then Santa takes a stocking out of his belt, then shoves it into Alberto Del Rio's mouth, and Del Rio's like, bleh, bleh, which I understand. I too have put a stocking in my mouth and going like, there's two, bleh, bleh. It don't taste good.
Have you?
Do we need to unpack this right now?
Yeah, right.
What?
What is going on here?
It's just a stocking. You don't put like,
okay. That's
yeah,
fair.
like,
That's fair.
you know, as a bit and not as serious. Like, dude, I love putting stockings in my mouth. Nothing. Christmas
I
time
guess
rolls
that's
around. You can't. Don't bring me around houses with stockings hung with care, because I'll shove them in my mouth.
All right. That's really noted. Grumm?
No. No, like
I have so many videos that I need to send you now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Please do not.
Hilarious.
No, so I was probably like 7 or 8, and it was like right before we got brand new stockings because my sister was born. So like my mom was like, all right, I guess this is the last Christmas before. Yeah, or I should say my mom. So I was 7. My mom was pregnant with my sister, and me and my brother had stockings, and they each had our name on it. And in the morning, I had like hot chocolate. And as a kid, you don't understand how things are supposed to be, right? I spilled hot chocolate on something, you clean it up, you throw it. If it's something that can be washed, you throw it in the washer, and that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I spilled my hot chocolate. And I spilled it on my stocking. My stocking was empty, so nothing inside got ruined, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted that hot chocolate. So I sucked the hot chocolate off of the stocking.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want a good hot chocolate to go to waste, realistically.
No, it was great hot chocolate. I think about that hot chocolate all the time. It's not a weird kink thing, all right? It's just...
I mean, I would not judge either way.
No,
I was just not prepared for you to say that you had stockings in your mouth, okay?
I mean, fair. That's fair. I mean,
it is not what I expected to hear today.
Not expected to talk about it either. All right, so we're all surprised. We're all surprised. Then John Cena picks up Alberto Del Rio on his shoulders, hits him with the attitude adjustment, pins him 1, 2, 3, and Christmas is saved. Santa Claus is alive and well. John Cena is taking off his sweatbands and his elbow pads and everything, and he's looking like just a dad at a barbecue because he's wearing khaki shorts and nothing on and no t-shirts.
Nothing else.
That's it, and sneakers. Like, it's just like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I love the bit. I love John Cena realizing what time it was. He's like, you got to get going. Like, what are you doing?
He was committed to that bit.
Yeah. He was screaming. As soon as he found out he was fighting for Santa, he only knew for Santa as words. That's it. He saluted Santa on his way.
He did.
I like to think that that's what he did. But yeah, fun match. A fun match. A couple more questions. What Christmas gift do you think would have been the best weapon to use? Like, I'm thinking, you remember when you were a kid and you got the little like walking popper thing where you walk, and as you walk it pops like the balls inside the, like, it's like a lawnmower toy thing that would pop, right? I think that would be a good, because you could swing it, right? And
that would be pretty good.
And then it's got, if you hit them with the plastic part, it would break and maybe cut them up a little bit. Yeah, I think that'd be my go-to.
I got like for a stocking stuffer, there was like this retractable like back scratcher.
Oh,
that I feel like that would hurt.
Yeah,
because it's just so like, it was like little small, and the retractable part was metal, so that would like That would wilt.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely. 100%.
Also, CDs. I mean, this is
Throw
aging.
them like ninja stars.
Yeah, exactly. This is aging.
CDs.
Yeah, CDs. Throwing some. I had a Backstreet Boys CD for Christmas one year. Use that right there, right in the dome.
Yeah.
Throw it hard enough
Yeah.
and it sticks.
Oh,
Really cause some damage. I'm disconnecting your frontal lobe for you via Backstreet Boys Millennium CD.
Amazing.
Let's see, what other ones have I got? I got like a toy like He-Man sword one year, or like a knockoff He-Man sword. That would be good because it would light up and make noises as I would hit the guy with it.
that would just add insult to injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun though.
Let's see, what other ones? I got the toy car, like the one you sit in when you're a toddler, the red and yellow one. That one. That would be a good one.
Oh yeah. And you move with your feet?
Yeah, the one where you move with your feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Those are
Power
so
Wheels
good.
one. Power Wheels could never get them because we had too much land when I was a kid. I would take it and get lost. So I was like, I got lost when I didn't have it. Could you imagine if I had a car with me?
Yeah.
now I don't have to-
always wanted one.
So did I. My mom,
Yeah.
she's like, no, you're too reckless without it. If I give you it, no.
The world
Pretty
wouldn't
fair,
be
honestly.
prepared.
Yeah, I also like trying to think. I feel like the PS2 would have been probably the best like console to use. That shit.
That thing was chunky.
It was, and it had edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's legitimate.
Absolutely.
I feel like the ones nowadays, the PS5 pretty chunky. The Xbox Series X is a refrigerator. But growing up, that PS2. Whew.
Yeah, just the corners on it were so unnecessarily sharp.
Should have came with a
really
warning.
were.
You had to put those like the corner safety things for babies, so like they're walking around. You need them on your PS2. I have mine in my office somewhere, and there it is. Yeah, no. Do you remember like it had a lip, like the front popped out a little bit?
Yeah.
That's where you grip it, and you just start wailing on it. Like it's got like a
to be
handle.
a weapon.
Yeah. We need to start designing home appliances like that again.
I agree.
Do we?
Yes. Not enough. Look, we need to start because in this way we can go back to the genre of like movies where somebody breaks into somebody's house and then you have like weapons for appliances. Like
You have a kitchen that doubles
Home
as
Alone
an
20.
armory.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. The Home Alone scale. Not enough things double as weapons. Like, sure, you could use knives. Okay. Maybe
Original.
I'm out here. This kid said, "I'm going to use ornaments as weapons." This man had a heater had like a neck heater and put it around a handle to the point where it would have melted. But still, paint cans are dangerous. Like, we need more danger in the world inside your own house. The danger should be inside of your house.
That's fair.
Like your house should be equipped that if you ever leave your child unattended for multiple days and burglars want to rob your house and he's set to defend it, he can.
They can do a Home Alone
Yeah.
kind of style. Yeah.
Exactly.
I had never seen that movie until like last year.
What?
Like all the way through. Yeah.
Mop, what's going on?
I know. I think I when you were a kid and you'd watch TV and then you'd have to like go do stuff. I'd like seen bits and pieces, but never all
from
the way.
Start to finish?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so
Crazy.
Are you going to watch Home Alone 2 this year?
I have seen that one. Funny enough.
Wait, so you saw Lost in New York, but you never saw the first one?
Yeah.
All right, so
Funny, yeah.
So the callbacks that they have so when you watched Home Alone 1 all the way through, when you saw the things that were actually callbacks, you're like, "Oh." Like when they're like, "Oh no, I learned this time."
I haven't seen Home Alone 2 since I was, like, quite young too,
Oh,
so
okay. All right. Okay.
yeah. I'm bad at remembering movies. My bad.
It's all
Story
right.
of my life.
No, they're just. I mean, I'm a cinephile. I love movies. So like, my dumb brain is like, yeah. I will quote. I literally quoted from Toy Story when Andy counts the money with the pig in his hand, Ham, and he's like, hoo hoo, money, 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 randomly today. Just out of thin air. It was great. It was fantastic. But yeah, no. So those are probably I think those are all good. Mom, did you have a Christmas present that could have doubled as a good weapon in this match?
You know those, like, what were they called? Flying saucers, I think, for, like, sledding when we were young? They're just like
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
circular
Yeah.
or a crazy carpet. Either of those. Because
A
crazy
what?
carpets you always, like, cut your hands on.
Were the crazy
crazy
carpets like the long
carpet?
ones?
Yeah, they're just like the plastic things that had 2, like, holes at the front for you to hold on. But they were always cut, like, the edges
Oh,
were hard, so if someone, like, zoomed by
yeah,
you on one of those, it would cut you.
Just
They're
yeah,
inflate
terrible.
your ankles. Oh my god.
yeah. I'm looking at
Yeah,
this.
actually.
Well, again, things were better in our life when they were dangerous. They taught us how to be careful.
It is true.
Now you have everybody going down hills at 7 people at one time. No, you couldn't. You have to be careful.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that would
That's
have
very
been.
true.
That one definitely is a great. I'm looking at some of these like the newer designed ones or ones that are just showing up along here, and I'm just like, nah, like what? This one's
I
just like a bat.
know.
What happened to sledding? We have more
I
snow than
know.
ever. Every winter, I feel we always have more snow than we need, and I never see anybody sledding.
Maybe people just aren't, like, out as much these days, so, you know.
You know what? We need Twitter to
Perhaps.
end so we can go back outside and touch grass.
Yeah.
These kids these days.
I wonder how this Twitter speak will age in the next month.
I know, right? We would be like, oh, remember when we were worried about Twitch or Twitter? Yeah, great, fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, who knows? Maybe in a month from now, like, you know, it'll be dead, and like this will just be like a nice time capsule of like what it was like in the moment.
Released from my prison.
Be like Rita Repulsa. Finally.
Free. Crawling
man.
from a basement.
Like, well, what do I do? What do I do now? Like, like as a content creator, it's a horrible prospect because it's like one less like social media following you just like lose. And Twitter is so good for that too because it's instant. So you'll be like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like you put a post up on Instagram, somebody might not see it for 4 days. And they could be on every day.
True.
I hate Instagram. I just got TikTok, but I don't use it. I'm just like
okay.
I downloaded it, I made an account. I only use it now to watch what people send me, so until my algorithm is like curated properly. I tried to go for one thing and I'm
that's
like
the issue.
Like I'll just wait until people keep sending me things. I'm like, all right, cool. Now this is what I would like to. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I'm just getting random shit that I'm just this isn't. No, thank you. But I'm watching it long enough to find out what it is, and the algorithm.
Yeah, you need to swipe by real fast.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I hate it. It's fantastic from a technology standpoint, but it's horrible from for me to use. But yeah. But no, if you're listening to this in the future, for Christmas, we want Twitter to either fix itself or go up in smoke in a very public manner that we all get to enjoy live. Where we will be, I don't know. Fuck it, I might go live the day it dies. Like, hey, we're going live on Twitch. Final tweet is just me plugging hey, I'm going live. Hey, we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna live stream Twitter breaking. Yeah.
I wonder what it would look like.
I don't know. I feel like it would just be like everybody occasionally being unable to refresh. It's like tweets aren't loading. Oh no!
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
got
you're
to
probably
me.
right.
It got to me. No. Like it's like getting in on the server for Overwatch right before it was ending. Like, let's get a game in. Oh, I can't get in. No, they're closing it. But yeah.
The inevitable demise.
Yeah, never good to not looking good for old tweet. Last question. Tweet. Last question is like, and it's funny. Sirenn said wants to kill Santa Claus, but like Santa is. So I'll change this for Sirenn, right? Where Sirenn, you're going like you get to fight Santa in any format you want to fight. Mop, your question is, in any format, you get to team up with Santa. Unless you want to fight Santa. If you want to fight Santa, then go ahead and fight Santa. But I know Sirenn already had said she wants to kill Santa. Which, you know,
I thought you were just going to end it there. She wants to kill.
She just wants to kill. So
kill, marry, or whatever. What's that name?
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and Hubie Halloween.
What about the donkey? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Cut it.
Cut. No. Hopefully I remember to cut it. If not, then then donkey gets in there, and then we're like, well,
it's in there forever.
Well, we know, Mom. No.
Wait, so I get to team up with Santa?
You can team up with Santa and we'll just go with against any two people. It's you and Santa versus anybody.
Ooh. What about like Batman?
Ooh.
Okay. It'd be a pretty cool fight, I feel.
Yeah,
if Batman was real.
How's Batman gonna well, I mean, no one's seen me, Rob, and Batman in the same room, so like
that's true.
No.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But no, Santa, you and Santa versus Batman. Like to see Batman take on. I'm sure that makes me want to see if somebody's like. I'm gonna Google if there's ever been like a Batman versus Santa comic. I feel like there should have
surely
been. Batman
maybe.
Versus Santa Claus, Funny or Die. Who would win on Reddit? Yeah, nothing like a major. Nothing like a major. I want to see if it's like there's a consensus.
Like a proper thing, yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing really. Couple. Yeah.
Disappointed.
So killed Santa Claus, would he become Santa Claus?
Only if he puts on the suit. So he probably would still put on the suit. Because he would understand that like he would have to become something bigger than Batman. He'd become Santa Man. Sand Batman?
Band Bat is that?
Batna.
Banta Claus? Batna. Batten down the hatches. Sailor. No. Who would be the worst? What superhero would be the worst Santa?
Ooh.
Like I feel like it's Batman. Like Batman's up there because
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would be. He would be perpetually late. It would be December 27th, and we're still waiting for the presents.
Yeah, imagine.
Who'd you say, Sign?
I said, what the fuck, man? Waiting that many days.
That's how Sirenn be standing at across the fireplace with a shotgun. I mean, like, you come here.
I'm glad we both thought shotgun.
Yeah. The biggest one you can find, and you're just leaning back. You're looking like the guy from Jeepers Creepers. You're like, yep, just waiting.
In the rocking chair. It's like, any day now.
It used to be when I was a kid. It used to be December 25th. Santa Claus come down. Then it got later.
Hilarious.
Every year. Always avoiding me. I'm away from him this year. Yeah, no. I think Spider-Man would be the worst Santa Claus. Yeah, Hulk would also be a bad Santa Claus.
Who?
The Hulk.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
just be
He wouldn't be
angry.
able to fit down the chimney.
Oh, he'd be breaking the chimney.
You would.
Yeah.
You need a new
100%.
wall. Santa was here. How can you tell? Hey, there's a giant hole in the fucking wall. I don't know what you mean. Mop.
Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. Mop. Final thoughts on the Dork side of the ring. Your appearance on the Dork side of the ring this week.
Ooh, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked I love Christmas. I love like holiday themed stuff. So that was fun. Yeah. It's a good one to be here for.
Hell yeah. Siren, same for
Thanks
you.
for having me.
No problem, mate. Siren, same for you. Final takeaways.
It was really enjoyable and fun, and it was nice to talk again and do all this crazy stuff. And it was nice to be here with Mop.
Yeah.
Yay, you too.
It was good. It was good. Can't wait to have you back for another year for Christmas.
All right. Christmas tradition.
But yeah, it was good to have the two of you. Siren, once more, go ahead, plug your Twitter. While it's around, hopefully it'll still be around. And if not, where people can find your shit posts.
Do you not stream, Siren?
I haven't in a while.
Okay.
I've moved quite a few times and just haven't really been at one place for long enough to get back into the habit of it. So
yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
No,
I
it's
had to ask.
No, but I'm on Twitter as of right now at Lynn DeWitt Tuya. That's 3 T's in a row. And then I guess I'm also on Instagram. I don't post very often. I was blocked out for a very long time because I forgot my password. But I'm back on there now, and that is I am Lynn DeWitt. So I'll see you somewhere, wherever it may be, where if Twitter is up in flames or not, who knows? We'll find out. It'll be great.
It may not live on Twitter in the future, but the shit post will live.
The shit post will always go where I am.
The shit post will follow like a shit storm. Always follow like a bunch of like Pinkerman, like Pink, and you're what's his face? What's the big headed guy?
It's Olimar, right?
Olimar, yeah. I knew it started with. I was like, oh, Ollie, but I'm like, it's not Ollie.
And Alf.
Alf, yeah. Those are the shit posts. The little, you just pull them out of the ground and throw them at people.
It's true. I assault people with my thoughts.
It's again. I've read. If you want to go back for laughs, just go back and listen to the dramatic reading of the Mario. That and the national anthem of popping your stuff to the national anthem.
Yeah.
That one was a interesting one.
Those are my legacies.
Yeah. Mop, how about you? Tell the people where they can find you, what you got working on, and anything you would like to bring awareness to.
I'm not gonna be streaming much around Christmas because my family's here from Canada, but
nice.
I will be back in the new year. Yeah. But yeah, I'm always uploading stuff on TikTok and my Facebook and all that stuff, and streaming on Twitch 3, sometimes 4, but mostly 3 days a week because school is busy. And yeah, all my everythings are Mopgarden, Mopgarden. It's a weird name, so.
That's right. Mop looked at a mop and a garden and said, "That's going to be my brand."
Yep, that's my name.
That's
weirdly enough. Here we are.
Be it. And yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming on. It was a blast. I'll say this now, and I'll say it a month from now, but happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Mop. Enjoy the fam being down under.
Thanks.
They're gonna be so fucking confused because it's gonna be 70, 80 degrees. But 23 degrees Celsius, and they're like, "What is this?" This is not Christmas.
Oh, it'll probably be hotter than that, but
right.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Siren, happy holidays to you as well, Siren. Hopefully you get everything you would like and more for the both of you.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, Grumm. The same to you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
truly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Bye
on.
bye.
Bye-bye. Love ya.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Mop. Thank you, Sirenn. Incredible stuff, as always. Thank you guys for so much for being on. Thank you, listeners, for listening. Episode 76 in the books, episode 77 next week. Happy Valentine's Day. Myself and Katie, that's right, my lovely partner, Katie. We're going to get back together. We're going to watch a wedding. We're going to watch the wedding of Al Wilson and Dawn Marie. That's right. We're watching that. I'm going to subject her to that. Last year, me and her watched the Index wedding. This year, we're going to be watching Al Wilson and Dawn Marie strip down and get in their skivvies and pronounce themselves man and wife. All the fuck with Tori Wilson. I'm going to have to explain everything that goes on with that story to her for her to understand. Also, it's 2002, so it'll be it's post-Attitude Era, except they haven't quite figured out that that's not going to play no more. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. That's me and Katie. Then I've got the following week will be myself, Shay, and Tumbledore talking about the fake Razor, fake Diesel gimmick idea that WWE did, and talk about that. Then I've got some more people coming down the line. I'm reaching out to some people who've never been on the podcast, but I appreciate their content and whatnot, and I'd like to have them on. And I just am excited for what we're working on here. Thank you guys. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see my face. It's cold. I mean, you might be able to see my breath at some point. I don't know if you could or there or not. I'm starting to, because it's fucking cold. So I'm gonna get this done. Get this recording done, edited, so you can have it on the Patreon, support.grumm.tv, where you can get every episode early, up to a week early, and just the good stuff on there. Watch alongs. We're gonna be having some watch alongs again. I gotta pick it back up. I mean, we've stopped at Vince McMahon versus God, so that was what. In August, we've had 4+ months of stuff to do. The good stuff. Let me tell you, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your support on support.grumm.tv. I appreciate your support and just following us, liking us, and subscribing on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. You leave a whole review, write out a whole review, words and everything. If you want, you don't have to. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Follow us on Twitter at DorksideRing on Twitter, and on Instagram, follow me at I am Grumm. I am live as you listen. If you're listening to this on Monday, I'm going to be live from the new apartment for the first time. Also, later this week, I'm going to be on the Trill Withers show, which I talked about that on the clip. There's a clip on the 75 and a half. I'm going to be on the Trill Withers show on Tuesday, February 7th. That's tomorrow as this drops live on the main feed. If there's going up on Patreon, there you go. February 7th. No, February 7th. I think my clock here is the 4th, right? Yeah, okay. My clock on my computer my laptop's a little long. Also, in the comments below, let me know how you like this. I can get better quality stuff. I have a better camera. I just need to bring it. The lighting is the lighting. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. Myself and my lovely partner, Katie, talking about the wedding, the marriage, the wedding ceremony of a decade. No, there were some other ones, but it topped. It was wild. Maybe it was 2003, not 2002. 2003, Al Wilson and Dawn Marie. Y'all, if you're watching, it's going to be crazy. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I will see you guys here next week on the Dork Side of the Ring. Oh, wait, hold on. Remember, don't take wrestling too seriously, because wrestling is seriously better when no one is taking it serious. I remembered what it is. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys here next week on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast.